on the tone. Race 18 is underway. This is your Pro E-Buggy, A-Main on the track. Next up, race 19, over 40 Nitro Buggy drivers. Over 40 Nitro Buggy drivers should have your buggies warming up in the staging area. You guys are up next. Over 40 Nitro Buggy A-Main is a 20-minute A-Main. 20-minute A-Main. One down, 9 to go. Brandon Rose out front. Half a second up on hooks. Caldwell, 2 seconds back in third. Hughes, 7/10 back in fourth. Margiotta, 4/10 back in fifth. Darby, 8/10 back in sixth. Chapman, 8/10 back in seventh. Barrier, 2.5 back in eighth. Royston, 3 seconds back in ninth. $130 down, $8:30 to go. Two and a half down, 7.5 to go. 7:30 remaining on the race clock. Rose out front. 1.7 up on hooks. Caldwell, 4.3 back in third. Hughes, 1.2 back in fourth. Margiotta, 2.6 back in fifth. Darby, 8/10 back in sixth. Barrier, 9.3 back in seventh. Chapman, 2.8 back in eighth. And Royston, 6.3 back in ninth. Three and a half down, 6:30 to go. Brandon Rose continues to lead. We're 10:05 pace, 3.8 up on Tyler Hooks. Caldwell, 5.9 back in third. Hughes, 1.8 back in fourth. Darby, 3.3 back in fifth. Your leader Rose down the front stretch, getting a piece of pit lane there. Running the white car. White wheels, black wing in the midsection there over the first double. Up onto the second double. Over the little riser there. Coming up onto that third midsection double. To the big berm corner and over the creek bottom on the back stretch there to the double-double. Cheerleader Brandon Rose over the triple. And coming around to the loop, he's running right behind 8th place Barrier right now. 4.5 down, 5.5 to go. Hooks across the loop, 5.8 back in second. Hooks coming up into the midsection right now. Maybe he's running with Royston there. Royston in ninth. Caldwell running in third. He's 6.7 back from Hooks. Hughes 2.5 back in fourth. And Darby 5.1 back in fifth. 5 down, 5 to go. We're at the halfway point. Six down, 4 to go. Brandon Rose, your leader, coming around for lap 11. Crosses the loop down the front stretch. Brandon turned the fastest lap in this main with a 33.207 back on lap 8. Hooks running 6.7 back in second. Caldwell 7.3 back in third. Hughes 5.3 back in fourth. Darby 5.7 back in fifth. Margiotta 2.5 back in sixth. Royston 19 back in seventh. Chapman 1.3 back in eighth. Barrier 1.4 back in ninth. Seven down, 3 to go. 3 minutes remaining on the race clock. This is your Pro E-Buggy A2 main winding down. Rose, Hooks, and Caldwell, your top three. Hughes in fourth. Darby, 2.5 back in fifth. Margiotta, 1.2 back in sixth. Still a fairly close race in there between Hughes, Darby, and Margiotta for fourth place. Hooks now 8.9 back from your leader, Rose. 7.5 down, 2:30 to go. Eight down, 2 to go. Brandon Rose continues to run out front on an 18:10:08 pace. 7.1 up on Hooks. Caldwell 12.6 back in third. Hughes 8.5 back in fourth. Darby 2.5 back in fifth. Nine down, 1 to go. 1 minute remaining on the race clock. Rose running late for lap 16. There he is. Down the front stretch. 2.8 up on Hooks. So Hooks reeling in Rose with 40 seconds remaining on the race clock. They're in the midsection of the track. Rose running the white car. Hooks in the pink and blue car. 30 seconds remaining on the race clock. They'll get another lap in. Rose in the triple. Hooks coming up into the triple. Rose across the loop down the front stretch. Here comes Hooks across the loop down the front stretch. Hooks now 2.8 back in second place. Caldwell in third. Hughes and Darby running out your top five. 5 seconds remaining on the race clock. And now Rose coming up into some lap traffic. Finish the lap you're on, guys. Looks like Hook's not going to be able to do anything with it. Chapman, Royston, and Hughes, you're done. Darby and Barrier, you're done. Margiotta and Rose, you're done. Hooks, you're done. Waiting on Caldwell. Got one more coming around, guys. Caldwell, you are done. Everybody's done. Brendan Rose takes the win. Tyler Hooks finishes second. Caldwell finishes third. Next up, race 19. Over 40 Nitro Buggy A-Main drivers. Track is open for your check-in.